Okay. So I'm super tired. Whatever. And I heard this joke that cracked me up. So there's this lady, she's sitting at home and she gets this knock on the door and whatever, she goes and opens it and this guy's standing there and he's like, "Excuse me, ma'am, do you have a vagina?" She's like, "Oh my God, get off my porch. Ew, gross. And anyway, so he leaves and whatever, she doesn't think much of it. The next day, she gets another knock on the door and she's like, it's that same guy. She's like, "What the hell?" So she opens the door and she's like, "Yes, sir." And he's like, "Ma'am, I asked you, do you have a vagina?" She's like, "God, you get off my porch. You're so gross, you pervert, blah, 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 blah." So she slams the door. "I'm going to call the cops if you come back." So that night, she's talking to her husband. And he's like, "Okay, I'm going to stay home from work tomorrow. I want I want to see what's going on with this guy." She's like, "Okay." So the next day, the husband stays home, and she gets to knock on the door, and lo and behold, it's the same guy. Excuse me, it's the same guy. Well, the husband's like, "Okay, I'm going to hide behind the door, and this time I want you to tell him yes. I want to see where he's going with this. And she's like, "All right." So whatever, they open the door, he's hiding behind the door, and she's like, "Can I help you?" And he's like, "Ma'am, I'm asking you a simple question. Do you have a vagina?" And she's like, "Obviously, yes, sir. I do. Why? What the hell do you want?" He goes, "Okay, so you have a vagina. Ma'am, could you please ask your husband to use yours instead of my wife's?" I cracked myself. Anyway, that was the joke I wanted to tell before I went to bed and eat my avocado.